How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video, a quick tips kind of vlog type video today.
Yeah.
It is a wonderful, rainy, cloudy Monday afternoon. It's actually Labor Day right now, so I hope everybody had a really nice long weekend. We are working because, yeah, that's just what you do, you know, long weekends don't really count.
Nope.
You know?
Nope, doesn't exist.
It doesn't really exist. Today we're going to be breaking down, as promised, and it's almost like a second part or part two to our video about the exact engagement strategy that you need, and that has helped a lot of people grow, okay? So I'm going to leave comments and stuff here. Our strategy really works, and it's how to grow on Instagram authentically, organically, without any shady tactics. And what we're going to do today is actually show you the full practical application of that. So
Yes.
that video we told you what to do, here we're really going to show you. Because that video did so well and we still kind of get questions about it, we thought it'd be great to just really straight up show you.
Yep. That's great.
So it's kind of like our day in the life of engaging.
Yeah. You
Is
know?
that the title?
Yeah.
Our daily engagement, Instagram engagement routine. That's
There
going to
you
be
go.
the title. Our daily Instagram engagement routine.
Figuring it out live.
And also, before we start,
Yeah.
let me just show you. I got a gift from Facebook.
Hey.
How cute, eh?
Wait. There we go.
So I got this from Facebook. I did a Facebook Watch video with them, and it was all about diversity in marketing and specifically content marketing. And they're just super cute and sent me like a little gift box, which is like a thank you.
That's
I
a
love
cool
this
mug, eh?
marble. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? So you're gonna see these in the upcoming videos. Now I should move my coffee to that mug.
Oh yeah.
But I love that marble. You know how it goes. Got a little soy candle.
Well, that's what that is. Sick.
Yeah, I love that. It's like organic gum, like cool organic gum stuff, which is very cute. Phone tech cleansers, key.
Oh yeah.
Especially in the COVID
Keep it
world.
clean.
I
Keep
mean,
it clean.
in the special world that we're in right now. And then a cute little birthplaces of great ideas. So all the fun,
cool.
tech and interesting, innovative stuff that you would expect from a brand like Facebook.
Thanks,
So it's
Facebook.
just super cute. So thank you, Facebook, for that. I've just been talking and rambling like nobody else is in the room.
Right.
So what are we doing today? How are we gonna show the people?
Hey guys, what's up? So we have Dan in the building,
Yo,
back in action again.
Back, finally.
Man's is back.
Dan went to Italy. I don't know if
Yeah.
everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Dan went to Italy. He's allowed to do that because he is British, and also he was allowed to get back into Canada, but just made it.
Just about.
They changed the laws. So he's going to be staying put. So basically, what we've been doing since Dan's been working for us, it's been 2 months.
About 2 months.
Oh, you know what? It was today. It was July 7th.
Oh my
I think.
god, yeah. It's actually
Oh my
just-
gosh, it was! Happy
Hey.
2-month anniversary!
Oh,
Aw,
we
you
should
loving
celebrate.
it? We should celebrate. It's a celebration.
That's why we're having coffee.
Yes.
Right? Labor Day coffee. So
Anyway.
the exact strategy that we talk about in the videos, that's exactly how we train Dan to do it. So Dan's been using these strategies for the last 2 months on multiple client accounts and the high season account as well. And your reaction, and this is legitimate, can you just tell people what you've been saying to us?
Literally simple. It's crazy simple. And it's just, it works. Because it's like, I see the follower count go up and it's just like, all I'm doing is liking and commenting on stuff. So it just...
Engaging.
engaging, really. But
Yeah.
It's simple and it actually does work, which is like, to me, it's just like, it's very surprising. Who's
Yeah.
never done this before. It's just like, oh, maybe.
How
that's
do you
like-
feel about doing it?
Obviously, it takes a bit of time, but then it's like, it's not difficult. It's nothing which I'm like, oh, I have to do engagement. It's just like, oh, I'm just on my phone, liking a bunch of accounts where they'll obviously find an interest in what our account is about. And it's just like, it works because I see the follower count actually increasing. It's just,
There you go.
it's simple and it, it's just,
It's perfect.
it's not difficult, which is the main thing.
Right,
Yes.
so Dan is new to social media. We're training him up from the beginning, which is perfect because we want him to not pick up any bad habits. There's a lot of bad habits in social that, all of us are susceptible to along the way. Us too, you have to break that, get out of it, realize it's wrong, and so on and so forth. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you exactly what that daily routine looks like from a practical perspective, as far as where you go in the app, what you're searching for, step by step, exactly what we've said in our other videos, but just be a little more visual about it to give you guys a real life example of exactly how we do it for our clients here at High Season. So let's go.
So one of the first ways that you can go in and actually engage and find the right audience, because this is the big thing, right? You want to make sure, as Dan said earlier, you're engaging with the right people who would come back and be interested in your content.
Yes.
So a good way to do this is by targeting influencers and competitors, as we mentioned in our other video. But what that would really look like is actually going into an influencer's account, which you should know, because this is all based on who your brand persona is, what your business is. Like, you should know who the influencers are in your space, and you should also know who the competitors are in your space. That comes from building your whole landscape. So, for example, an influencer in our space would be Gary Vee. So what Dan's going to show us is how we would go in and target Gary Vee's followers. It's engaging, but it's also about building community.
Yes.
So you're trying to find other communities and leverage it. So it's tactical, it's beneficial to you because you're trying to bring new people over to you. So let's head over to Dan's phone. So obviously Gary Vee has a huge following. So what we would do, we would look at any of his posts that have to do with marketing or social media. He's also very motivational. So it really depends on what you're kind of going for. There you go. What is social media is great tomorrow? Perfect. So an example of that, what you would do is start going into the comments, looking at the comments that make sense. What's key about this is competitors, larger competitors and influencers don't have the time to reply to everyone. Gary will probably try to do like 5 comments maybe. Back in the day, actually, he used to be pretty good.
He used to be really good, yeah.
But like he blew up. Like we were not, even when we were watching him, he wasn't as massive as he is now. So what you'd be looking for is like real comments that you could go into and actually like and engage with. And your hope is to bring people over to your section. So Dan's just going in there and replying to comments that make sense. What's also very key, if somebody was asking a specific social media question, that would be a good opportunity to go in and answer that question so that people are like, oh, this must be an expert of some sort. They come over to your optimized profile that shows who you are. You can check out our video on how to make sure your bio is optimized. We'll leave it in the description below and in the section here beside Dan. And that'll tell you how to make sure your profile is optimized so that when people come over, they know they're in the right place. And another thing that you'd want to do, so you're commenting and as you're engaging with people in there, you're going to start going through the accounts as well and seeing anybody who looks like they might be interested in your content. So if it looks like somebody, for us, we're targeting obviously business owners and brands. So if anybody like that is commenting on Gary Vee's content, then we're going to go in. And you see, this is a process, guys. It's a bit manual, but you're supposed to go through and do it. You're going to go in and then you'd be liking about 3 to 5 photos from them, commenting if it makes sense, but it has to make sense for your brand. It can't just be like a random person that doesn't make sense. And then while Dan's going and doing that, Dan, do you want to show them the second part? We're going to go to Dan's phone. But the second thing that we always do is hashtags. Hashtags are a great way of targeting because people are telling you who they are and what they're interested in right directly on their posts. This is one of the strategies that Dan has been really slayed and killing it, and really helping our client accounts grow, and that is by engaging with specific hashtags that are related to the niche of that client. So what we actually do, which Dan is going to show you, so this is the second strategy to use, we actually, do you want to go to Dan's phone now? We actually follow the hashtags that we're most interested in. So if you go, you'll see that we're following the hashtags that we want to engage with. That means, one, we're doing it for several reasons. It comes up in our feed in the algorithm. It also lets Instagram know who we are and what we're related to. And then it also helps us with engagement. So it works for so many different ways. So Dan actually goes through these hashtags and interacts with people who are related to our brand. So Dan, show them your magic. Show them what you do.
Well, usually I try and focus on entrepreneurs and then go to the most recent posts because you want to be up to date, and then you just go check out their account first.
Dad's picky now.
And then you just go on their account, like 3 of their posts. Don't like too many, otherwise you give off like stalker vibes. You don't want to be too greedy.
Yeah. You can go 3 to 5, but then it has to really be really on brand to do that.
Well, you can also go on other accounts, for example, and leave a comment if it makes sense.
Comments are probably fewer and far between than the likes.
Yeah, it's mainly the likes, to be honest.
Because the comment has to be authentic, or there's no point.
Leaves a trail. That's actually something that resonates with High Season, right?
Yeah, so we post similar-ish sort of things. So then this could be a good one to comment on.
Yeah.
So what would you say for something like this?
That's true. Agree more.
And then little emoji. Do you do emojis and stuff?
Yeah, little emoji.
If it's on brand for your company. I always had. We've talked about this before. What about? How do you feel about the color of the skin tone emojis for a brand?
So this is something that's actually really good that you brought that up. Your emojis should be yellow if you represent a business or brand. Period. You cannot align a brand with a skin tone or race. That's inappropriate. If it's you, like if it was from my account, I can use the black emoji or the brown colored emoji. You could use the white emoji. Dan is a half tan, tanny emoji. But look, he's using the yellow. From High Season though, there's no way we'd be using something that represents a color because High Season is a full business and brand. So that to me is weird. However, we have a client, and that client is specific to black businesses and focusing on black and brown businesses. So that's when you can get away with it. So if you were a major brand that represents a certain entity, almost like even if you were a brand that represents females, it's mostly about female co-working space. You're going to use the woman emoji more than you're not going to use the guy emoji, probably, for example.
Or what if we were like a black hair salon?
Then you would probably do the same thing. So if it's within your brand, it makes sense. But if you're supposed to be a brand that's just like not targeting one specific person, then you need to go yellow. Otherwise, it really is it's weird.
Yeah,
I've seen that with businesses. And I'm like, oh, why is your emoji like white then? And you're like a whole business. I
see that a lot.
Yeah. It's creepy, and it's really just because the owner's probably using their own thing. But you can't do that. It's something you really have to pay attention to. So the first thing that we talked about was leveraging the influencers and competitors in your space. They have massive accounts, and that's a good way for you to go in and target their audience and kind of just slip in there and fill the gaps that they can't fill because they're too busy. And then the second thing we talked about is hashtags. So Dan spends the time going through hashtags for each client. Following the hashtag is key because it just puts it in your feed, makes it easier for you to do, and then goes through and likes and comments where it makes sense. The third way that we go in and make sure that we engage and are finding the right people who are most interested in our client account or in our account is by targeting the likers of a post. That's how you're getting the most active people. Because when you think about it, you can target hashtags, but not everybody uses hashtags on their posts, right? But when you're considering likers, although they might not be posting every day, so they might not show up in your recent posts, and although they might not be using hashtags, so you're not going to be able to target them with the hashtag strategy, they're for sure going through Instagram and liking the posts. If they're active, they're liking the most recent posts of the people that you're interested in well. So when you're looking at this is competitors. This is also still the people who rank top in the hashtag section. That's specifically influencers are very big in that. So if you're an influencer in a certain field, you're definitely going to want to go into the likers of the influencers' posts. But again, our trusty hand model and engagement marketing specialist, Dan, is going to show you exactly what this process looks like. So we're going to go into someone who has the same audience that we know we'd be interested in as well. And we go into their likers. And here you're actually able to go through and look at these people who are active. This lets you know they're active because they were liking something today. But do you see, it's a manual process. But the hope is that this gentleman or this person's followers will come over to us, like what we have, and then become a follower because our profile looks so great and they want to be our friend too.
So now that we've talked about exactly what you have to do to engage with your community and potential community, the next step is how long do you actually spend doing that? So we recommend anywhere between 1 and 2 hours a day, however long you can spare. Minimum of 1 hour a day would be optimal. Now you can actually spread that out throughout the day, so it doesn't have to be a 1 hour chunk. That's what you've been doing as well, right? Some at night, some in the morning. The good thing about the night one sometimes depends where you're aiming at. So some of the followers might be in other regions that are on a different time zone to you, so you might hit them while they're awake. Alternatively, if you go and like a bunch of their photos, they'll wake up in the morning and then they'll see a bunch of likes from you. They go, oh, who's this? And then they might follow back from that. If you are managing multiple accounts, it is going to take some time. It's just the facts of the matter. And if you've noticed any of the comments on our videos recently, a lot of people have said, yes, it's time consuming, but emphatically, yes, it works. And that's really what it comes down to. You have to exchange that time for that organic growth. If it was easy, everybody would have 1 million followers, right? So
I want to just also talk about the fact that you can do this method, but it doesn't work for everybody. And the reason it won't work for everybody is because your content might not be great and your profile might not be optimized. Good point. So this is actually more important. Everything that we're showing you, that's the full practical application. But in the end, if your page is stale, for example, you're not even posting, or if your content isn't speaking to the exact demographic, your exact niche, or if your profile is not optimized to the point that nobody even knows who you are, this is not going to work because people are going to come, and yes, they'll come over, but they won't convert to the follow if you don't give them a reason to. So with all of this, what's really important is everything that comes before the engagement strategy, which is making sure your profiles are optimized and that you are speaking to the right person.
So key.
Because I don't want somebody who like barely posts or has really low quality photos or something being like, oh, I've been doing your strategy and nothing's working.
Yeah.
Because then people are going to come over, your profile visits might increase, but then they're not converting. And in the end, we want people to convert, not just to have the number of the follower, but to have somebody who ends up buying from us and becomes part of our customer cycle, client cycle, whatever we're hoping to achieve on the platform. Guys, thank you so much for coming back to watch another video. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe below, and hit the notification bell so you do not miss any other videos from us. You can follow us everywhere at High Seas & Co. on all the social media platforms.
All of them.
You can also check out our blog post at highseasonco.com, and we will see you in the next video, guys.
Peace.
Peace.